this house, we have to follow a practice that we contribute in a substantive manner. Procedural wrangling does not give impactful response to the job we are required to do. Honorable members, okay.
Honorable Chairman, sir, it is with a deep sense of anguish that I have risen to raise a very pertinent issue related to Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, who has repeatedly indulged himself in gross impropriety and misconduct that is unexpected and unbecoming of a Member of Parliament. His conduct is far distant from the ethical standard expected of a member of this august House. On 7th of August 2023, he moved an amendment under relevant rules for referring the Government of National Capital Territory Amendment Bill 2023 to a select committee consisting of 19 members, including Honorable Members Shri Narendra Amin, Srimati S. Fagnon Konyak, Dr. Sasmit Patra, Dr. M. Thambidurai, and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. It also included Shri S. Niranjan Reddy, who did not realize his name has been included and therefore at that point of time did not raise an objection but subsequently informed us that he had also not given his consent. When the motion came for consideration before the Council on 7th August 2023 at about 9:35 p.m., some members whose name figured in the list took severe exception for being included for the proposed select committee moved by Shri Raghav Chadha. The members who objected in the House that day were Dr. Sasmit Patra, who stated that, and I quote, as per Rule 72(2), no such discussion done by me. My name has been taken without my permission. This is a matter of privilege. This is completely wrong, unquote. Dr. M. Thambidurai stated, and I quote, I did not sign anywhere. It is a misuse. It is a privilege issue. Somebody has misused my name. Action should be taken against him. Honorable Chairman Srimati S. Fagnon Konyak stated, and I quote, Sir, I wish to say something. Under Rule 72(2), I object to it. I also understand that the Honorable Member thinks he is smart. I accept that, but I would appreciate if he would not undermine another member by mentioning her name without her consent. I object to it. Shri Narari Aminji, who stated, and I quote, my name has been included fraudulently. I've translated that from the Hindi remarks he made. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi also objected to the proposal, even though he did not get a chance to state his views on the mic because his mic was not on. Shri S. Niranjan Reddy mentioned to us after the House adjourned that he had also not given his consent. Honorable Chairman, sir, Rule 72 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States explicitly states that the mover shall ascertain whether a member proposed to be named by him is willing to serve on the committee. The purposeful intent of this provision is that in the parliament of the largest democracy, the mother of democracies, home to 1/6 of humanity, honorable members enjoy constitutionally ordained privileges. The views expressed by the members on the floor of the House left no doubt that there was an outrage of privilege of these members by Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha by including their names in the motion without securing their willingness. This is contrary to the provisions of Rule 72(2) as stated before. Honorable Chairman, whips had been issued on that day. All of us were bound to vote, be present and vote as per our respect. Severe consequences on the Honorable MPs. It could go as far as losing their membership of the House. That is the level of breach of privilege that Honorable MP Shri Raghav Chadda has done. If tomorrow, God forbid, if a party was to start suspecting, and I'm taking your name with due apology, Dr. Sasmit Patra, if his party was to start suspecting that Dr. Sasmit Patra was disobeying the party whip and was going along with the other side and breaking the whip of the party, it could have so much consequences that his very membership was at risk. And so for the other 5 members, and all these 6 members are extremely disturbed, they are extremely hurt, and they are looking to the chair and to all of us as the members of this august House to provide protection to them, to provide protection to their rights and give them due justice. Unfortunately, sir, rather than remorsefully accepting regret for his unethical conduct, outrageous disregard of the rules, unacceptable arrogation of privileges of other senior members, Shri Raghav Chadda, in his interaction with the press outside the House, ridiculed the objections raised by his fellow colleagues for including their names in the proposed select committee without their consent. His tweets on 10th of August 2023 at about 1:58 p.m. he tweeted, and I saw, on the same issue are highly unbecoming of an honorable member of parliament. Regrettably, he went on to equate inclusion of names of the members in the motion to that of a birthday invitation card. Honorable Chairman, sir, even earlier, Shri Raghav Chadda made misleading statements before the press by stating that his fellow colleague Shri Sanjay Singh was suspended from the council on 24th July 2023 for raising questions. He knew fully well that the suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh from the House was due to his unruly behavior, including repeated violation of rules and directives of the chair. In utter defiance to the rule provisions and directions of the Honorable Chair, Shri Raghav Chadda, in his press interviews, justified the misconduct of Shri Sanjay Singh's refusal to leave the precincts of the council even after his suspension on 24th July 2023 after due process. Such blatant defiance, forced action and disrespectful conduct of Shri Raghav Chadda seriously compromises the dignity of the members of parliament as also the august position of the House. By his conduct, he has brought the institution of parliament in severe disrepute. His latest misconduct is also to be viewed, sir, in the context of 2 breach of privileges that are pending already before the Committee of Privileges. To overlook such repeated acts of misdemeanor, especially viewed in the context of the prestige of Parliament, of the largest democracy on earth, and from the status of members of such an august Parliament, would certainly be very inappropriate. Honorable Chairman, sir, it is very painful for me to initiate an action against a fellow member of the House. However, it will be an abdication of constitutional responsibility and obligations to shun from such a responsibility as well. In view of the severe misdemeanor, outrageous disregard of rules and trampling of privileges of other honorable members with utmost constraint, I move the following resolution: that the Council disapproves gross violation of rules, defiant attitude, mischievous and contemptuous conduct of Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadda, resulting in lowering the dignity of the Council and blatant disregard to the framework of Code of Conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approves suspension of Shri Raghav Chadda from the Council till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him.
Honorable members, I shall now put the motion moved to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Sir, I have two submissions. One, I would suggest that we may note that it was adopted unanimously. This has become a regular practice of disrespect to the chair and the House of not participating in the proceedings or when participating disturbing. So it is a unanimous approval of the House. Sir, I have one more submission to make before you.
Taking a holistic view on the gravity of his misdemeanor, violation of rules, defined attitude and inappropriate conduct, I find it expedient invoking Rule 266, read with Rule 256, and suspend Sri Raghav Chadda, member from the service of the Council, till the Council has the benefit of the report of by the Committee of Privileges.
Sir, I have one more submission, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, who is under suspension for the remaining period of the current session with effect from 24th July 2023, has been a habitual violator of rules and directives of the Honorable Chair. Shri Sanjay Singh, on a motion approved by the Council on 24th July 2023, was suspended from the service of the Council for the remaining period of the current session of the Rajya Sabha. This was on account of his repeated violation of rules, disregard to the directives of the chair, and his highly disrespectful conduct, which the entire nation and this august House and our honourable members saw on that eventful day, and the way he came into the well, almost threateningly, reminding us of an earlier incident where he had attacked the chair, he had thrown articles on the chair, and very clearly we were all very worried at what could happen on that eventful day, what extent the honourable member Mr. Sanjay Singh could have gone on that day, and therefore I had moved the motion for his suspension, which the House had adopted. Honourable Chairman, sir, as per Rule 256(3), once a member gets suspended, he or she should leave the precincts of the Council forthwith without any delay whatsoever. However, Shri Sanjay Singh, in defiance of the rules, did not leave the chamber. Despite repeated requests by the Honourable Deputy Chairman, Shri Singh did not leave the chamber and forced the chair to adjourn the sitting twice on that day at 2 p.m. and at 3 p.m. Ultimately, it resulted in the Council not transacting any business on that day. This is showing gross disrespect to the chair and a shocking behavior. The world today, the country today, every countryman, the children in our schools are asking us this question, that taxpayer money, crores of rupees are spent. We have been elected by the honourable people of India in both houses to work for the future of India, to make India a developed nation, to make India a prosperous nation, to take the fruits of development to every part of India, to every citizen of India, and that is what we are all trying to do here. Just on the guard that this type of situation has happened in the past, and therefore we have a right to do this again and not allow the House to transact any business, is becoming a misuse of precedents. Now this has to stop someday. The House will have to start working in an orderly fashion. We'll have to start serious dialogue, debate, discussion, as you have been urging from the chair very often. And this behavior did not stop here, Chairman, sir. After his behavior, which was itself unbecoming of a parliamentarian, Shri Sanjay Singh did not express any remorse, any regret whatsoever for his misconduct. Instead, he continued to justify his unruly behavior at various forums, often by taking recourse to misleading information. This is also very much evident in his interactions with the press. We have observed his press statements made outside the House at formal press conferences. We saw that he did not leave the precincts of the Parliament for several days after that, and made, in a way, a visual which was very demeaning of the entire Parliament and for all of us members. We all felt ashamed at this kind of behavior of a colleague member of Parliament. Honorable Chairman, it is also pertinent and very, very important for the House and the nation to know, through you, sir, that the Honorable Member, Shri Sanjay Singh, who has been in this House for about 5 years and a few months, had entered into the well of the House on 56 previous occasions in the last 12 sessions of the Rajya Sabha. 56 occasions. And I can understand once, twice, you're agitated, you disturb the House, you disturb the proceedings, an issue you're very emotional about, you come out. This is a deliberate attempt to undermine the proceedings and the orderly conduct of Parliament, and directly has an impact on the privileges of every other member of this House, whether on that side or on this side. 56 previous occasions he has entered into the well of the House and been named in the bulletins of Parliament. Honorable Chairman, sir, he has also been suspended from the services of the Council twice before, during the 252nd and the 257th session. This repeated and deliberate misconduct deserves to be noted by the House, deserves to be recognized by the people of India, and therefore it is important to note that a member of Parliament repeatedly committing the same act of disobedience, repeatedly disturbing the orderly proceedings of the House, repeatedly not allowing the House to transact its business, and in addition to that, already having 3 cases of breach of privilege and contempt of the House pending against him before the Committee of Privileges, deserves exemplary action. And therefore, with your permission, sir, I would like to, for the consideration of this august House, move the motion that the Council disapproves the repeated violation of rules, directives of the Chair, and unruly conduct of Honourable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, as the same are not in conformity with the rules to be observed by the members of the Council, as the same lowers the dignity of the Council, and as the same are in violation of the framework of Code of Conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approve the continuation of suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him. Thank you, sir.
I shall now put the motion. Move to vote, please. Yeah. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. I think ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Taking 1 second. I'll come to you. Taking a conspicuous view of his continued misconduct, violation of directions, and blatant disregard of his the rules of the House, I find it expedient to refer the matter as